what happens to the family dynamic when the glue starts to dissolve? I'm finding out in real time. I used to be able to be the mom who did all the things to get everything ready for everybody. I planned all the lunch list. I did all the groceries. I executed the calendar. I'm the calendar parent. I'm the one who does a lot of the things. And I'm consistently finding times and spaces where my energy just gives out. I don't have it anymore. And so um, my kids are consistently looking at me. I think I shared another video, but there's like these lists of things that sometimes we do after school, like, okay, we got to get this done, we get this done, that done, this done. And I just can't do it anymore. And so I'm watching my kids starting to become more frustrated with, well, mom, I need a new laptop, and mom, I need this for dance, and mom, I left my pads at home, and I need my uniform for school, and so I'm hearing it from my kids, but then I'm also hearing it from my husband, like, "Uh, dinner's not ready, the refrigerator's dirty, the kids' rooms are a mess." And with that being said, little sidebar, both of my kids are not neurotypical. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree at all, like 100%. So they get really overwhelmed with our room, especially if there's a lot of things, and then they don't know which way to start. So usually what happens is a couple times a year, I will go in their rooms and just like, okay, here's how to do the thing. Here is your dresser. What do you need? What can you still fit? What can you not still fit? Put in a donate bag, throwaway bag. And so I do that usually twice a year, and been trying to teach them to do that. I haven't been able to do that and wasn't sure why I wasn't able to do the thing. And so it's starting to make a little bit more sense to me why I'm not able to do some of these things that just make the whole family go so much smoothly. I usually have all my things on auto pay in terms of all my bills, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm like, done, 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 done. Um, my car insurance lapsed. And my car insurance lapsed because my card was expired and I missed the emails to update it. That's embarrassing. So, did I go tell my husband about my car insurance being lapsed? Absolutely not. I pulled that money out of savings. I made it happen, called the insurance company, got it done so that we had insurance the very next day. But these are just, I'm noticing spots where things are falling through the cracks, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And I'm noticing spots where my kids are starting to feel more frustrated, irritated. My husband's more irritated. The house is messier. My dog's getting into more things because the house is messier. I'm getting more irritated because I'm like, why can't everybody just pick up and do some of these extra things that I'm doing? Please and thank you. And so sometimes I'm very direct. Hey, again, Black mom. I'm very direct in saying like, hey, I need you to do this, this, that, and the third. But my youngest just started middle school and is going through some depression, just like I did. My oldest just started the ninth grade and she's in this place where she's really self-conscious. She's in her head. She's absolutely freaking gorgeous, 100%. But she's so in her head that she can't get out to connect with other people. And I'm like, oh my God, I get that. I get this, I get this, I get this, I get this. And so I've got my neurospicy kids going through the things that they're going through. And then I'm trying to add more things onto their plate. They can't add more things onto their plate because they're dealing with new things developmentally, which I get, and it's my genes, and it's my fault. And you can't help but look at things, and then seeing the dog grabbing something he's not supposed to have, and I'm like, oh my God, please don't let my dog get sick. Please don't let my dog choke on this thing that he's not supposed to have access to. Literally the other day, um, I saw my dog and I was like, what in the world? What is this noise that I'm hearing? And my little 16-pound dog was running, and he had a whole apple in his mouth, and the apple's about as big as his head. He's like, so, uh, and I was like, okay, what's the training? What do I need to do? I'm like, okay, I know which skill, which training thing to do to get the apple from him without pissing off my dog. So this is a place where just everything is just out of array and it's a mess. And we're right at the end of the school year. My kids are really pressured. My youngest is doing finals for the first time. My oldest is doing finals as a high schooler. She's thinking about GPA, all the grades count. I'm so thankful that she's in a mindset of just realizing that, hey, this stuff counts towards your future. But now it's so much that she can't, and her window of tolerance is super small with that. She can't quite be in the spot where she's functional and anxious. She's either not anxious and doesn't care, or she's anxious and she's overwhelmed and she's frozen. And so I'm trying to help her kind of like stay in that middle ground, baby, stay in that middle ground where you have some of that anxiety kind of helps you focus and helps you remember things in terms of school, but not so much that you dissociate. And I don't have the energy to pick up all the pieces. So I've had clients describe it this way as spinning plates. Things are spinning and I'm dropping plates. That never feels fun. Also, when I take a look at work and I take a look at my professional emails, I'm noticing like, girl, you are slacking. You're not getting things done. Why are you not getting this emails turned around within 24 business hours? You should be able to do this. Why aren't you doing this? And I'm just, it seems like my inbox is like growing. And I'm like, what is happening? And then it seems like every other week or every week I have a doctor's appointment. So I'm adding that to my to-do list. And then don't even get me started with the news. And then don't even get me started with friendships and other relationships. It's like, it's too much, too much, too much. I was in the bed yesterday for 7 and did not wake up until a glorious 5:30 this morning. Absolutely enjoyed every single minute of that sleep. I didn't even wake up in the middle of the night to go use the restroom. I was so exhausted. And so I had a conversation with my daughters this morning, and I've been having conversations with my husband about things are not going to be the way that you want them. I can't put it all together. I can't make it all perfect. If I could, I probably would. I just can't. And so I took a look at both my teens, well, my preteen and my teenager. Um, I can't. And I'm not asking you to be perfect, and I'm not asking you to do all the things. But what I am saying is I need you to have a little bit more realistic expectations about how things are going to actually go around here. And so for some of those household things that my kids have been talking about, well, we want to go shopping and we want to spend money and what is my new aesthetic? And I took this test and my aesthetic is this. And mom, don't buy me this anymore because that's not my aesthetic. And oh, I actually have 3 aesthetics and this is my favorite color now. And I'm like, I got clients that are experiencing foreclosures. I have clients who have food insecurities, and my kids are talking to me about their aesthetic. I just sat both of them down this morning and I said, look, I'm not going to be able to do all the things. I can't do it. I can't do it. And my hope is not to portray this image of the Black woman that does all the things. And I'm so sorry that I did that beforehand. I literally just can't do it. Did you see me go to bed early yesterday? They're like, yeah, I can't do it. So I'm like, so this is what we're going to do. Come summertime, y'all both want extra money. Y'all both trying to have money for your aesthetic and what have you. I didn't do the head. I didn't do the head thing. But I said, y'all both want that. I get it. I hear you. And I am working on a list of things that you can do at home where, different types of extra chores. If your regular chores are done, you can have extra chores to be able to do things around my house. And I'm also going to make a list of things to do at your grandmother's house, inside and outside, additional things that you can do. So, because a lot of this deep cleaning and things like that I used to do, I cannot do it as consistently as I used to do it. I just can't. And so, let's create an opportunity for you to make some more money. So my kids were like, okay, we're on board with that. We're on board with that. So, told the husband, same thing. I said, hey, I've been having more and more conversations with him about, like, I just can't. I just can't. I can't. Wish I could, but I can't. I can't. He had a conversation with me about how much I'm spending on supplements. I said, you see this version of me that is showing up? This version of me is showing up because of the extra supplements that I have. It helps keep me balanced enough, helps make sure that I have enough energy, I have enough nutrients. My body literally is not absorbing the nutrients that I get from my food. So I need to have additional nutrients that come into my body that are easier for it to absorb, and things that also help my body to digest better. Like, I'm doing all the things, okay? So I'm telling him, look, this version of me that you are getting, it is the best that I can offer. And that does mean I need to spend the money on the supplements. If you don't want me to spend the money on the supplements, there's going to be a lot less that I'm going to be able to do. And I also want to let you know, your kids that you're seeing, you see how they're like barely holding on. I'm buying a whole bunch of money, spending money on their supplements too. So if you don't want me to spend that money, you might see a different version of them as well. I just need to be just upfront and honest. It's not a pretty picture. It's not nice and neat. I wish I had a cute, sweet story to tell. But this is what happens when the glue literally starts to dissolve. Is everybody's got to do a little bit more to pitch in. So sometimes we have to spend more money. Sometimes that means the kids have to work a little bit harder, or sometimes that means you might have to be used to a messier house. Sometimes your dog might be a little pissed off. Sometimes your friends or family might not get it. I've got a lot of folks in my life who love and care about me, and I 100% completely believe they love and care about me. They don't get it. So I'm constantly failing them. I'm constantly not showing up in the way that I need to show up, which I hate. I hate that. So it puts me in a position where I want to try to defend myself. But also, as a Black woman, one of the things that I know is if you try to defend yourself, that doesn't look good either. You just look guilty. You look shady. So it's like, you know what? You say what you're going to say. Over it. Feel the way that you're going to feel? Over it. Because I don't have the energy. So just don't. So I hope that somewhere in this video, you heard something that was helpful for you. Maybe you just needed to hear that, sometimes when you just don't have enough, you just don't have enough. And you just tell your people the things. However they feel about it is however they're going to feel about it. But maybe one of those things that you needed to hear today was like, okay, how can I start delegating some of this stuff? I knew I needed to do it. Now maybe I'm going to go ahead and go do the thing. This is actually helpful for my kids. This is helpful for my husband. Probably not helpful for the puppy, but like maybe I can go ahead and do the thing. So my name is Virginia. I'm a licensed mental health therapist who was recently diagnosed with autoimmune disorder. And please, 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 please take good care of yourself and take care of those that are around you. And I hope to see you next time. Take care.